Okay. Hello, dear friends. Good evening. Such a beautiful, beautiful evening. So today I came to San Francisco Modern Art Museum. And usually it closes at 8 o'clock. And today there is event. So I have some time and can visit, not in a rush. And there is one explanation. There was one slogan or one question here in the museum. What is modern? And they say modern is something new, is to challenge. I mean, I am not saying word by word. I am just a little bit self-expressing a little bit, elaborate a little bit. Is about opening up our eyes to see something new, to break our usual way, usual perspective of seeing things. It could be pretty, it could be beautiful, it could be ugly, it could be shocking, and it brings something new. So here I want to talk about this piece of painting. So this is a piece of new painting, or maybe it is here and I have never paid much attention. I think I have seen it, but did not really pay attention. And there was one time I came here, I talked about this piece of painting at length, my feeling, and it evokes something dark, something oppressive, something depressed, something ambitious, something just a little bit evil. I think the artist is trying to kind of express his way of thinking the modern art, but a little bit villainized that. Anyway, that's my feeling. Let us take a picture of this one, Joseph Stella. So today I want to talk about this piece of painting, and I have such a new perspective and new interest in it for several reasons. First, last year, at the end of the year, my with high grades, with 8th grade art class, we are doing perspectives. Please excuse me for the noise around. This is a museum, public place, so there are a lot of sounds. Anyway, so last year, at end of the year, we did perspective with 8th grade students. And we learned about first 1 point perspective, 2 points perspective, and some students did some wonderful, wonderful art pieces. And one student, she particularly liked interior design, and she has done a lot of this kind of a little bit architectural drawings or interior drawings. So she did a great job. Now come back to this piece of painting, and the very first thing I feel this piece of painting, in our normal sense to see it, or in my own normal sense to see it, I feel that this red line, comes too high. And if we do painting, we usually do not put something right in the middle. If you extend this red line and symmetrically put, it's almost right in the middle and a little bit higher than in the middle. And it's kind of a taboo when doing painting. You do not want to put something right in the middle. Then I start to look at it, and I can start to understand there must be a reason for it. And this shows that the building or the wall are really high. It's so high that it occupies majority of the space. I think the artist, the idea is to paint a tall wall, to give us the impression that this wall is so tall, is so overpowering, that is unproportionally taking the space. Or at least, maybe the artist did not thought that way, but that is my interpretation. And through our own interpretation, we actually become the owner of this painting. The artist was trying to transfer an idea, but how we take it and what we want to take it is actually our own liberty. Once we hold and cherish that liberty, we are more in a dominant stage to enjoy this painting, to critique this painting, or just evaluate the painting, appreciate the painting. We become one of the author, one of the participant in this painting. It makes me think it differently, right? And also, today I came to the center of San Francisco, the downtown area, and I was seeing those tall buildings, skyscrapers, and just half an hour ago, I was contemplating about how to do this kind of perspective drawing and how to show that it is a straight wall, but you slant it so that you can have that perspective feel, right? The very wide lighting, it shows as if the aluminum or metal under the sunshine and reflects, and unproportionally brighter comparing with the darker edge, gray darker edge, and even darker is the bottom. And here you can see the nuance of color, and you can see it is behind, in the middle of these two walls. And I feel this is such a classic textbook sample. And the intention of the artist is to, or my interpretation of the intention of the artist is to have a very unproportionally wall to make you feel oppressed, to make you feel like a jail. Maybe this is a factory, and he wanted to express the unbalanced work life, that the factory feels like a jail, or a school feels like a jail, or a certain place feel that so depressing, so oppressive. And just imagine the artist choose another way to draw it, with a bigger proportion of sky and less proportion of the wall. You will feel that this place is much open, right? Let me just move my camera. See, this feels such a huge sky and a relatively low wall. And it feels much more open, much more enjoyable, much brighter. And if we see this way, it feels so suffocating, right? Well, that's so interesting. I will need to take a picture and draw the same thing. I mean, not draw the same thing and use as a reference and see other buildings. Now I see building, I can go back to see the skyscrapers and see it in another way, in a different life, to simplify it, to stylize it. And no need to put those windows. We can diminish all these windows or ignore those windows and just get the right proportion, get the right direction, just get the right 3D and perspective, mathematics right. That's a good study. I feel that just making this video, just contemplating in front of this looks simple painting, can be so inspiring, so thought-provoking, and so practically guiding. Oh, I'm so happy. I am so happy. Okay, here is another piece of painting by Georgia O'Keeffe, and I personally like very much Georgia O'Keeffe, especially this style of painting, very stylized, very simple, very profound, and also seems very doable, very approachable. So if I show this piece of painting to elementary school students, they will be excited because it looks so simple and it looks so doable, and there is something so romantic, so poetic about it. And the color blending, I love it. And a little bit color difference on top and the bottom. There is creativity in it, there is science in it, and there is a feeling in it. There is just so much you can talk about. It's because blue sky and warm water, and when we see from further away, the bottom water a little bit warm, and the high sky water is, the high sky color is a little bit cooler. You can have so much things to talk about. And also the proportion, the light is like it's like a mathematic book. So good, so good. Now I can truly enjoy it without feeling the rush. Oh. Okay. Bye-bye, friends. Oh, the same color of my clothing. Bye-bye, friends. I love you. I really do. Do. Cuckoo, bye-bye.